And let's get started. So for those of you who jumped on late, or if you're watching this later on, I mentioned that I like to recommend having a blanket or a pillow close by. If you'd like to use it for your practice, we do a little bit of winging it from home, so it's just an option for you to be a little more comfortable. So if you want to sit on the blanket for seated postures or use it for support, then go ahead. Let's take a few minutes seated here just to settle in. So yeah, take some time to just let the body move and sway a little bit, finding some little adjustments, maybe just tuning into how your body actually feels today, if it's the first time you've really tuned in. Maybe you find that place where you can sit with little effort, sinking into your comfortable seated position. Maybe closing the eyes for a few moments and taking some time to just land here. Taking some slow inhales and exhales, just allowing yourself to connect to that beautiful breath. With every inhale and exhale, really feeling the breath slowing down, feeling the breath traveling through the body as you lengthen. Maybe with each breath in, feeling the rise of the breath, maybe even grow a little taller in your spine. With every breath out, just this movement of breath. There's no wrong or right. It's just tuning into what you have in front of you today. And as you slow down your breath, allowing the mind to slow down as well. Focusing your awareness on your breathing to release that busyness in the mind. Practicing at home, maybe envisioning a space where you'd like to be practicing right now, maybe envisioning some sunshine, maybe envisioning yoga studio space where you like to practice, or an outdoor space where you'd like to be. And just notice what you love about that space. Take it in and soak it up as you continue to focus on your breath. Maybe keep the eyes closed a little bit longer and hold on to that vision as you start to roll the head from one side to the other at your own pace. Feel some tension or tightness. Maybe you want to pause in that place and simply breathe there. And then bring the head back through center, lift the gaze to neutral, find a long spine. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears, take a breath in. As you exhale, relax the shoulders down. We'll do that again. Inhale, shoulders reaching up. And exhale, draw them down. One more time, send them up. And then take them down, and this time keep them there. Let them roll down the back, keep the spine long. Start to walk the hands around to the right, sending into a twist. Content the fingertips behind you to keep the length in the spine. Take some long breaths here. Maybe you can start to bring the gaze over the back shoulder. And slowly unwind, come through center. And let's go around to the other side. Same thing. Into the back fingers, maybe start to look over the back shoulder. And then come back through center, find neutral. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. And then take that hand to the back of the head. We'll pause here, bring the left hand down by your side, give yourself some support. And then reach the elbow back, find some openness. And then I'm going to start to draw up towards the sky. So coming into a side bend, you can bend into that left arm. Just take it to your degree. And then come all the way back up. Release that hand. Take that right arm across the chest. Use the left hand to help guide into the shoulder stretch. And again, keep the shoulders down from the ears if you feel them crunching up. And then stay right here. Make a fist with that right hand. And then draw some circles with the wrist. Get in both directions. And then slowly release both hands down. Just take a pause. Maybe notice the difference from one side to the other. And then take the left hand to the sky. Take the hand to the back of the head, pause. Keep the length in the spine, and then bring the right hand down by your side. Same thing, feel some openness first as you reach the elbow back, and then come into that side bend, taking the elbow towards the sky, maybe bending into the right arm. Try to keep the hips level, so if you feel that lift hip peeling away, see if you can press it down. And then slowly bring yourself back up. Take that arm across the chest, use the right hand to help guide it. Again, take the shoulders down away from the ears as you feel into the stretch. Make a gentle fist with the left hand. Take the wrist around in some circles. And take it the other direction. And then slowly release both hands to your lap or down by your sides. Take a full, open the mouth and let it go. Good. The feet to the floor, bring the knees through center. lean back on the hands here, knees to the sky, and drop the knees from one side to the other. And then come down onto your back. Take a full stretch. You can separate the feet. You can reach the arms up and overhead. Just reach out the fingers and the toes. And then let the body relax here for a moment, just softening through the muscles, still feeling stretch. Half the stretch. Bring the arms down by your sides, bend the knee or on the floor. And maybe the arms down by your sides. Let's take some flowing bridges. So as you breathe in, start to press the hips up towards the sky. And then on your exhale, just slowly lower the spine back down. Good, and then inhale, send the hips up. And exhale, come back down. We'll take it one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good, so this time we'll take the soles of the feet together so the knees are opened out. And this is a great place to slide those pillows or blankets underneath of the thighs to give yourself some support. And we're going to pause here. So again, focusing on the breath, just letting those long, steady inhales and exhales come in and out. Any comfortable resting position for the arms. They can be by your sides or they can rest on your belly. And tuning to the breath again. Just let the waves of breath flow in and out. Now with this open space you feel in the belly and the chest. And as you sink into this posture, use your breath to release any tension you might be holding on to. With every exhale, see if you can soften the shoulders, soften the face. You can soften through the hips. Allowing yourself to sink a little deeper towards the pull of gravity. And it's in these places of stillness that the mind has the tendency to think about other things. So when that happens, bring your attention back to your breath. If you can find your own rhythm, maybe visualize that. Let's take 3 more breaths here. And then when you're ready, you can use your hands to help guide the knees back together. And then plant the feet on the floor so the knees are towards the sky. And we'll take the knees side to side here. And then bring the knees through center. Keep the feet on the floor. Let's take the right leg. Clasp the hands behind the leg. Maybe circle the ankle a few times. Start to stretch into the back of the leg. If it's tight back there, you can keep a bend in the knee. And then take it into a figure four. Cross the ankle over the left knee. Let's pause here for a moment with the foot planted on the floor. Take the right hand to the right knee and gently press it away from you. Good. And then you can stay here with the left foot on the floor, or if you want to deepen the stretch, start to hug that left leg in. Clasp the hands behind the thigh. Relax the shoulders down as you take some long breaths in and out. And then slowly lower the left foot if it's not already. Take both feet down to the mat. Take the knees side to side a few times to reset. And then come back through center, feet to the floor, knees to the sky. Let's reach the left leg up. Take the hands behind the thigh, circle the ankle, point and flex the foot. And then cross the ankle over the right knee. And pause here for a moment. Left hand comes to that left knee and gently presses it away. And then you can stay with the right foot planted on the floor, or again, you can hug the right leg in. And let's lower the right foot down. Take both feet down. Take the knees side to side one more time. Maybe this time you want to reach the arms up and overhead. Give you a different sensation through the sides as you tick-tock the knees. And then reach down and hug both knees in towards the chest. You can stay here in center, or you can rock a little side to side. You can circle the knees. And then roll all the way over onto one side. Just resting the body for a moment. You don't have to use too much effort here. Just let the body rest for a few breaths. And then when you're ready, press into the top hand to bring yourself up to seated. This time, let's take the legs long. And then bend the right knee. Bring that knee in towards the chest. And we're gonna step it over. So the right foot comes to the left hip and the knees are stacked one on top of the other. Got it? Yep, so the right foot is by the left hip. And then clasp the fingers around that knee and just pull it in towards your chest and then release. And we'll do that a few times. So you're just rocking back and forth as you pull the knee in and release it down. Okay, good. Now uncross the legs and bring that right foot to the inside of the left thigh. And this time the left leg might want to come out to the side a little bit. So if this knee is hanging up in the air, you can use your blanket and tuck it right under. And then we're going to rotate. So one hand on either side of the long leg. And start to walk the body forward until you find your degree of stretch. Taking a few breaths here. If that hamstring is tight again, you can keep a bend in the long leg. And just tune into where you feel the tightness in the body. Maybe you can visualize sending your breath there to create some more space, some more flexibility. Let's take a cleansing breath here. Inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. And then start to walk the hands back up. Keep the shape of the legs here. Find a tall spine. And then walk around towards your right. So the right hand will come behind you and the left hand can come to the knee. It's that twist where we started. So right hand is behind you, left hand to the knee, twisting the spine. Yeah. And then bring the body back through center. Let's slide that leg long, take both legs in front and shake them out a little bit. And then separate the feet here and let the toes flip from side to side. So the movement is coming from the hips. Okay, the legs in front of you, bring the left knee in. And sit up tall. If it's hard to sit like this, you can also sit on the edge of a blanket. And we're going to cross it over. Left foot comes back by the right hip. The knees are stacked. Take the hands around that knee and rock it back and forth a few times as you draw it in and release. Okay, and then let's unwind. Take the foot to the inside of the thigh. The right foot will come out to the side. You want to bring your pillow or blanket over to support that knee, supporting the hip. And then press into the fingers as you rotate. Walk the hands forward. So coming over a long leg. Take a few breaths wherever you are. Stay right here. Let's take a cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Walk the hands back towards the body, up to center, and then find the twist again. So walk the hands around to the left this time. Right hand maybe to the knee, the left hand behind you. Twisting the spine. Come back through center. Slide that left leg long. Shake them out one more time. And then come to seated. You can have the legs crossed, or you can take a different seat that's comfortable for you. Just gonna take a pause here. So let the shoulders drop away from the ears. You can close the eyes again if you'd like. Just tune into your breath again. The sensations in the body, maybe there's a difference from when you began. Allow the breath to grow long and steady, feeling that expansion in and out of the body. And then nice and slow, start to roll the head from one side to the other. Once again, feeling into those subtle movements. Back up through center. Take the right hand by your side, reach the left arm up and over. Come into that side stretch, really reaching through the fingers this time. And then come back up, switch it to the other side. So press into the rib cage, press that hip down, reach through the fingertips. And then come back up through center. Let's come to child's pose. So take your time to make your way back. You can take the knees wide, or you can have them closer together if that's better for your back. Find something for the forehead to rest on. So if it doesn't reach the floor, you can put your hands underneath, or you can put a pillow underneath. Let the forehead rest, let the hips be heavy. Just take some full breaths here. Feel the difference of the breath and the shape. And then take your time to press into a tabletop. And once you come into your tabletop, stacking the joints, finding that long spine. And then on your next inhale, draw the belly down into your cow pose, lifting the chest. And as you exhale, send the spine to the sky, rounding. And again, inhale through cow. On your own, move your breath. And you can stay just like this. If you want to add on some movements, maybe pulling the hips, or maybe taking the hips side to side. You can close the eyes again if you'd like, and just let the body move in any way that feels good. You can choose to stay here in tabletop, or you can choose to come into a downward facing dog. And same thing, exploring some movements in your down dog. Bend one knee and the other. You can shift the hips from side to side. And then once you're done with your movement, make your way back to child's pose. You can stay center in your child's pose, or you can start to walk the fingertips towards the right, feeling the stretch in the side body once again. And then if you're on the side, come back through center, switch it to the other side. And then come back through center in your child's pose. Press into tabletop. Again, take a little movement in your tabletop, shifting and swaying the body. And then come back to your downward facing dog. And this time from your down dog, let's walk the feet and the hands together. We'll come to a standing fold. So if you have blocks at home you want to rest the hands on, that's great. You can also bend the knees a whole lot. You can grab opposite elbows. You can sway the body side to side here. See if you can really release through the back of the neck. Let the back of the neck be long, releasing the head. And then you can walk the hands up the legs for some support, or you can roll yourself all the way up. And come to your standing mountain. Let the shoulders draw down from the ears. Take a pause here as you feel into your mountain pose. And then on your next inhale, reach the fingertips to the sky. As you exhale, forward fold, come all the way down. On your inhale, slide to a flat back, lift up halfway. And exhale to release, forward fold. Come all the way back up, reach to the sky, big breath in. And then bring your hands to your heart on your exhale. We'll do that again. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale, come all the way down, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. And exhale, forward fold, release. Exhale, forward fold. Come all the way back up, reach to the sky. Hands to your heart and pause in your mountain. Draw the shoulders down the back. Pull the low belly in so you can stand tall. And then release the arms down by your sides. Let's roll over the toes a few times. And let's come into tree pose today. So you can start on either side. You can use a wall if you want some support. You can take one foot to the inside. You can stay down low at the ankle if that's where you are today. You can slide up to the calf. You can slide up to the thigh if that's accessible. You can keep your hands in prayer position, or you can reach the arms up and overhead. Just keep breathing wherever you are. Beautiful, and then release it down, step the feet a little wider than the hips and just let the arms sway from side to side. You can roll onto the ball of the foot, bring in a little twist. And then make your way back through center. Let's bring the feet back under the hips. And when you're ready, take it on the other side. So it might feel different on this side. Some tips is to tuck the tailbone under so you can engage those low core muscles. Really press the floor away from you with the standing foot. Keep the breath flowing. Beautiful, and then release down. Again, step the feet wide, let the arms sway side to side. And then slow down this way, come through center. You can keep the feet a little wider than the hips, but take the hands to the hips and then draw some circles. Take it in the other direction. And then come back through center, come to your mountain pose, the top of your mat. Let's take one chair pose, so sink the hips down, bring the weight into the heels. You can reach the arms forward or you can start to lengthen them up. Again, the shoulders away from the ears. Can be intense, take some deep breaths. Good, and then gently release to a forward fold, straightening through the legs, shaking out the head. And then plant the hands down, step into your downward facing dog. Again, maybe bending into one knee and the other, shake it out. When you're ready, you want to rest the shoulders, you can tap by the feet instead of reaching them forward. And then press up to a tabletop and swing the legs around in front of you to come to seated. This time take the soles of the feet together. The Baddha Konasana. It's up to you if you want to have the heels closer to the body or if you want to make a wider diamond shape. I'm going to start with the hands on the shins or on the ankles and take some seated cat-cows. So as you breathe in, find that length of the chest up towards the sky. And then as you breathe out, lean back, rounding the spine. And again, inhale as you come forward and lift up. And exhale, lean back, rounding, dropping the chin down. Good, one more time like that. Inhale. And then exhale. Come back up through center. This time, let's reach the arms up and overhead. And then we're just going to fold forward. Again, to your degree, so you can widen the diamond if that's more comfortable for you. And just land where you land, take a few breaths. And then slowly roll up. And bring the knees back together. And then roll down onto your back. Bring your knees with you, hug them in. And take the hands to the knees and draw some circles in opposite directions. So taking the knees apart from one another and then circling them back together. Just do that a few times. And take it in the other direction. And then come back through center, the knees hugged in. And we're going to take both knees over to the right into a twist. So the knees will drop to the right. You can slide a blanket or a pillow underneath of the legs or between the legs to give yourself some support. And the arms can open out to the sides, or maybe you want to rest the hands on the body.
See if you can let that left shoulder reach down towards the floor. And if it doesn't touch, you can also slide a blanket under there. And just start to slow down again. Notice if you're holding on to some tension, some resistance. See if you can let that flow out with the breath. And letting the body move closer towards that pull of gravity. So seeing if you can release the effort of holding yourself in this shape and just breathe into that release. Stay in your twist. Let's take a cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then take your time to come back through center. And take a little adjustment side to side with the knees into the chest or with the feet on the floor. When you're ready, you can take both knees over to the left, finding the twist on the other side. Might be helpful to shift the hips to the right a little bit. And again, maybe that blanket or that pillow comes underneath of the knees or between the knees for some support. The arms open out or hands resting on the body, the right shoulder reaching towards the floor. Use your breath to soften into the side. Stay in your twist. Let's take one more cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then slowly come back through center. You can hug the knees in. You can come into a happy baby. Take this last time to explore any last movements.
And there's no rush, but when you are ready, you can start to prepare for Shavasana. So maybe you want to grab a cozy blanket or a pillow. Maybe you want to slide something underneath of the knees. If it's accessible at home, one nice option is to put the calves and the feet up onto a chair to get the legs up. Just take your time to gather all the things so you can be extra comfortable. And once you've got yourself situated, then let the body shift and move until you can feel it settling in. If there's a space that doesn't feel quite comfortable, maybe you can adjust it. And as you settle in, tune into those gentle waves of breath. They softly enter and leave the body. Soft waves of breath, releasing any tension with them. And perhaps bringing to mind that space, that place where you'd like to envision yourself being, maybe with the sun shining, maybe someplace beautiful, maybe a place that you just feel extra safe and comfortable. Taking in all of the good feelings that come with that place. As you allow yourself to settle in a little bit deeper. And just gently start to tune back into your breath again. Noticing those gentle inhales and exhales. And if you're in a time and space to stay longer in your Shavasana or longer in your rest, then please feel free to sign off and stay. Otherwise, start to deepen that breath. As you deepen the breath, allowing some movements to find their way back into the body. Maybe reaching the arms overhead, taking in a stretch. And then if you'd like, you can roll over onto one side, taking a final pause. And when you feel ready, take your time to come back up to seated. Bring the hands together in front of the heart, maybe closing the eyes, keeping a gentle gaze. Taking one last pause here, just noticing sensations, feelings, emotions. And take a full deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Bringing the thumbs to the forehead, to the third eye, honoring your inner wisdom, your guidance, honoring one another, bowing the head towards the heart. Namaste. Thanks so much, everyone, for being here. Let me turn those of you who are live, turn you back on for a moment.